All right. So I made a big group, like I said, with all your kids, all your grandkids, and even some of the grandkids got in there. And I asked what kind of questions that they would like to ask that kind of show how the world has changed through your eyes. So during this interview, I want to dive into how the world has changed, but I'd like to see that world through your eyes and experiences. You've been on this world for over a century, and so much has happened in that time. So tonight, I want to hear from you how then used to be versus now. So I forgot who submitted all these questions. I can look it up if you need me to, or if you want me to. But we're just going to jump right into it, all right?
Okay.
All right, so the Windsor Raceway opened in 1965 and closed in 2012. Today, we have all sorts of entertainment with the internet, television, and technology. Why was the raceway where you like to spend your time? Whether it be money won, friends made, or simply pride in the horses that were the winners. What made you return?
The money, of course.
Was there usually a the same people going with you, or was it just you and Guido?
Well, Gita wasn't alive then.
Oh, it was. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I forgot. I don't remember all the years of the pictures of the horses that used to be up in the office.
No, Auntie Olga went with me.
Okay, was it just her? Or did you ever mix it up?
I was practically on my own.
Well, you made some good choices at least. You were winning at the race track and you were winning at the casino at the time.
That's right.
What holiday traditions or practices were different when you were younger? How they have changed? Christmas, Easter.
I don't know if there's much change in the holidays, really. It's family affairs.
Yeah, and there's no traditions that you used to do when you were younger that we just don't do today or anything like that.
Well, the traditions that I remember yet when I was really small, when we used to go to my grandmother's and there was a pile of straw under the table.
Why?
And
Why is
then
there a pile of straw under the
I
table?
don't know, that's how they used to do. And then we'd go in there. And then the next day we burned that straw.
I'm so confused. Which holiday was this?
That was the tradition, like when I was 3 years, 4 years old.
For which holiday? For
Christmas.
Christmas?
Yeah.
So like, is it representative of like the the stables of Jesus in Bethlehem or something?
I didn't understand what it was for, but I know we used to do that.
Well, that's something we certainly don't do anymore. All right. In modern times, Canada has a militaristic stance of peacekeepers. We don't start wars. Our war efforts don't really exist. In the 30s and 40s, that wasn't true. What was wartime like as a 15-year-old girl?
Wartime? I don't know.
Were you in Windsor at that time?
No, we out west.
You were out west.
Yeah.
So it was still pretty well rural living still.
I was still going to school.
Yeah. Were your parents doing anything different?
No,
No.
no, we didn't do much for the
Rural
war.
farming and all that fun stuff. I had a feeling the answer would be somewhere along those lines. An average day for a teenager in 2026 consists of going to high school, maybe some extracurricular activities after, part-time job, and then scrolling through TikTok. What did your day as a teenager look like without all that stuff?
At what age?
And when you're a teenager, so a little older than 15. I mean, 15 is still a teenager, but
Well, I was still going to school.
did you do anything after school or anything?
Not much.
Not much. Easy peasy. Some of these questions will just have not much to go to it. Here's a short and sweet one. What was your first job?
School teacher.
School teacher. What did you teach?
A one-room school, grades 1 to 8, all in one room.
So this is like one of those schools that is like you just open the door and you're in the classroom.
Yeah, yeah.
The back wall is the back wall.
It's a school, a building by itself, which was the school, and all the kids are there.
Do you remember about how old you were?
Probably 18.
Wow.
I
18 and a
started
teacher.
school when I was 3 years old.
You start a couple of years early, sure, but some people don't become teachers nowadays until like their mid-20s at
No.
least.
And my kids were well behaved, never had a problem.
All right, I have to ask. Did we have the ruler?
We had a ruler, of course, in school, but I never had to use a ruler on the kids.
All right. I'm just imagining like almost like a I don't even know how to describe exactly what you'd see in a movie, just a sort of almost church looking steeple in the front, and like you walk in and you have like the wooden benches, and is that what the desks look like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were wooden benches. But there was also a strap in school that if you had
Leather
to
strap.
use it, you had to strap the hand for the kid. Of course, I never used it, but that was
I
there.
I forget where I was, but I was on a trip somewhere that had an old school like that, and they'd talk about things like that, and they'd talk about the strap, and they'd talk about the trick that kids would do. They'd take a hair off their head, put it where the teacher would be slapping, because once the teacher drew blood, that means they have to stop. So the hair would cut through the skin a lot quicker. So I forget where I learned that, but
I never heard of that.
yeah. All right, the World Cup just wrapped up, bringing in 6.8 million spectators. What was the first sporting event you remember seeing, and how is it different today? Did you ever go on any sporting events when you were younger?
Watch baseball.
Watch baseball? Who was the team?
Well, just the local team from different villages, like different towns.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't from far away. It's just
No. It sounded like a Windsor, Essex County kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Except out west.
Yeah. So baseball was the thing.
Were they wearing helmets?
Yeah.
No. Pads, and I feel like baseball might be one of those sports that really probably hasn't changed that much over the years. Like hockey, you look back as early as, I don't know, what, 50 years ago they weren't wearing helmets. I remember I got a picture of Guido, actually, of him wearing his hockey gear, and it's just gloves basically.
But they all wore the same kind of uniform. They were all dressed in the same uniform.
That's confusing. I mean, you're talking about the baseball?
Yeah.
A little less confusing because the people on the bases are one team, everyone else is the other team. Even still, confusing. All right. Detroit is the closest metropolis to Windsor and provides us with an incredible view along the riverfront. Its status as a metropolis was granted along the Motor City moniker when it started to really grow in the 1920s with the automotive industry. How do you remember it the first time that you saw it? So when you first saw it, was it as big and tall as it is now?
No. I was surprised that the buildings were not tall.
They weren't. How many floors would you say the tallest one was
I
at
would
the time?
say the tallest one, 12.
12 stories? Oh, jeez. We can do that in Windsor. Oh, man. So when did it really start to kind of change into what it is now? Like, when did it really accelerate?
Well, it sort of gradually
just really
changed. Yeah, it wasn't
slow.
just all of a sudden,
Oh, I can't even imagine what 12 stories Detroit looks like. I wonder what the fireworks would look
like. No, I don't say Detroit. This was the Windsor buildings.
No. But what about Detroit, though? How did Detroit look the first time that you saw it, like from Windsor? Was it always that tall?
Yeah, Detroit was. way taller than Windsor, of course.
I have to imagine that they've knocked down buildings and replaced them. Like the GM building hasn't been there forever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when the GM building was popped up, but that had to have been a big change. So,
Mhm.
all right, if you go to a dealership right now, the cheapest vehicle you can buy is a staggering $21,000. How much did you pay for your first car?
40,000.
40,000.
I mean,
That's more. That's twice as much as what I just said. 4,000.
no, I bought an Oldsmobile
Yeah.
with money that I got from the casino, and the casino was paying in $1,000 bills. So I gave him cash, $1,000. I paid for the car with the casino money.
Did you say $1,000 bills?
Yeah.
That's not a thing. $1,000 bills,
Mhm.
or do you mean the checks?
No, bills,
I've never seen.
$1,000, just like you see $50 bill, and that was a $1,000
I've
bill.
never seen a $1,000 bill.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know it existed.
Well, the casino was giving them away.
So you paid how much money for the car?
40,000.
40,000. An Oldsmobile.
An Oldsmobile.
What year was this? The Oldsmobile that I remember?
The green one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it for about 20 years. I was still driving it in my 90s, but then I used to take it to the dealership every year to get it checked.
Yeah.
And he said I had little lines in the gas line would be leaking.
Oh.
He didn't think that it was safe to drive. So I sold it. But otherwise, I would have still been driving it.
40.
But the guy that bought it drove it back to Quebec, where he came from.
Wow.
He was one of our
$40,000 for an
customers.
Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
That's like how much you'd pay for a BMW at that time.
I don't know.
Oof. And that wasn't even that long ago. That was your first car?
Well, we had cars, but this was on my own already after
Yeah.
my husband died.
Yeah.
That I bought it.
Wow. Wow. All right. Fame comes and goes throughout the years, as do people. On a broad ballpark statistic, there is a 10% possibility that in a century you have met a famous person. So my question is, have you? And if so, who and when?
Well, I saw the Queen Elizabeth.
You saw Queen Elizabeth. When was that?
I don't know what year it was. It
Ballpark?
was, I couldn't tell you what year.
Where was it?
On Cabana Road.
She was in Windsor.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And everybody was lined up.
It was just a procession slowly driving down Cabana.
Well, no, well, she went different areas down Ouellette, of course. But I was at Cabana because that's where Uncle Ted lived in Antian.
Yeah.
So we were together waiting by the road.
So this was no, sorry, that's I'm thinking Todd Lane. No, I'm thinking Olga's place. Where in Cabana?
No, Cabana.
Where in Cabana?
Well, don't you know Cabana Road?
I know Cabana Road, but where about on Cabana? Where did he?
Closer to Howard.
Right around the corner from my house.
Yeah, so that's where I saw her.
That's a big one. That's a really big one. The longest reigning monarch.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I saw Roosevelt was
Oh, that's another big one.
in Detroit. His wife was in Windsor for Emancipation Day at Jackson Park.
Wow.
So I saw her there.
You got some under your belt there. Jeez. So aside from any shows you may have seen at the casino, is there anyone else?
No, just those two.
You beat the odds because I had 10% here. I granted, I pulled that statistic out of AI, so it's at 10%, and well, you've done it 3 times, so that's pretty impressive. I'm sure you've been to many places. Was there ever a place that you visited a second time that was almost unrecognizable the second visit due to the passage of time?
I don't know.
Did you ever go back home out west after a
Oh
long time?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What was that like?
yeah. The people started leaving the farms and going to the city out
Oh, they want to
west.
become city slickers,
That's what was
huh?
happening out west.
So just the farms seemed a little bit abandoned, unkept.
Yeah, like the only thing, the bushes got bigger.
Now, did you ever go to the city when you lived out west?
Yeah,
Yeah.
went to Winnipeg.
When you returned, did you go to the city again?
Oh yeah, that was where we used to go because we had a little store, my
Yeah.
parents. So they used to go to Winnipeg to get the groceries for the store, and I went along.
How long was the difference between when you left Winnipeg and when you returned? Was it the family reunion?
No, we'd sleep overnight in Winnipeg and come back the next day.
No, no, but so like when you came and moved to Windsor, and you went back to Winnipeg
Oh
eventually, right?
yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had relatives there, of
How
course.
long in between those was the longest kind of gap?
Not more than 2 years.
Not more than 2 years. So any changes you'd kind of notice. It wouldn't kind of smack you in the face because you're going back often. Now, if you went back today, I'm sure there's a lot of differences.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So when was the last time that you've been in Winnipeg?
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Was it 96?
Before my mother passed away. Uh,
What year? What year did she pass?
she was just before the 2000.
So then maybe did you go to the family reunion in Winnipeg?
No,
No.
no.
So then,
But I know it was on, but I didn't go.
yeah, and that's the last time I was there. But I was only 4 years old, so it doesn't really count. I don't even remember what it looks like.
But I know it was different.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be leaps and bounds different now.
We had no electricity, you know.
You had no electricity back home.
No, we had a candles with the lampshade.
And then, how long until you had your first light bulb?
We left my home. We still didn't have hydro. In certain places, they didn't have
Really?
hydro.
That's crazy. So you moved to Windsor, and that's when you had a home with electricity.
Yeah.
Wow. Oof. How old were you when you came to Windsor? You don't remember? Roughly.
Well, it was in 48. So I was 24. No, 20, 48.
Math. You were in your 20s. Wow. That's that's a long. I mean, it's hard for me to understand because I've only ever known electricity, but you kind of saw the changing of the tide in a sense.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll get to a question that's
We
similar to
had to
that.
wash the clothes by hand, you know.
We'll get to that one too. um, is there anything that you wish you could have done in the past when you were younger that you simply can't do now? Whether it be there's a machine for it now, or maybe it's just something for a younger person, anything like that.
You're asking me something I can't think that I.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
can think of.
Well, we can move on to the next question if you want. Okay. Machines are and have replaced everything in the world. They're taking over. What is your favorite appliance for something that you used to have to do by hand?
Washing machine, of course.
I had a feeling you'd say that. All right, between the washing machine and the dishwasher, which one do you like better?
Washing
The
machine.
washing machine. Yeah, washing dishes. I can't imagine is as hard as scrubbing it on the scrub board, and that was an easy one. All right, last question, and this one was the one that sparked the idea to do this whole thing in the first place. So, over the past 100 years alone, technology has advanced leaps and bounds. What technology surprised you the most? Anything from internet, cell phones, microwaves, satellite, space exploration, anything. What gave you the biggest sort of culture shock?
The atomic bomb.
The atomic bomb. That's one I didn't see. I didn't even think about that one. That that one changed science so much. It was terrible, yes, but it created a whole new wing of science, which is just making things go even faster now.
Well, they shouldn't have
Should have dropped it.
invented it. But now they're starting these robots, and that's another thing that's coming up that is very bad right now.
Which robots?
Where Russia, Ukraine is sending these robots where they
Drones?
hmm?
The drones?
Drones, yeah,
Drones, yeah.
that's bad.
Drones, and they're being equipped with AI, and but Ukraine said that no final decision will ever be made. It would be made by a human. So that they understand where you're coming from, and they agree. So two big things: atomic bomb. Maybe safe to say AI over the drones. Is it the drones or the AI?
Well, I think the drones will be even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they destroy themselves, but nobody else will destroy them.
Is there any good technology that surprised you? Something less scary and deadly. Even if it revolutionized something, still scary and deadly. Was there anything, a big technological jump that made your life better, other than a washing machine?
I like the toaster too.
The toaster too. All right, we got a toaster. Okay, we got atomic bomb, AI drones, toaster.
Yeah, because out west we had to put a piece of bread on a piece of wire on the stove to make toast.
Oh, jeez. I know. I've seen those kinds of things on a stove before. Patty has one to make those little Ukrainian walnut pastry things, and she used to have it on the stove. And if you wait too long, it lights on fire. You get real good toast on that one. All right, that's good. We'll stick with the toaster thing. We'll put the atomic bomb and drones thing to the side. Thank you so much for doing this with me, Bubba. I'm going to cut it up and make it look all pretty. It was really fun, actually, and maybe I might do this again, just shorter versions.